Got the Jenkins brush mower on. And I have this strip of woods, or strip of land, that runs between my hayfield and the highway. It was logged in 2019, but it's, as you can see, fastly growing up. So the mamas are taken care of for the afternoon. I just put out some loose mineral today and darted number 19 cow. She has a sore front foot with biomycin, and I figured, hey, why not? Got a full tank of fuel. All it requires me to do is sit on my butt, which is perfect, and away I go. Anyways, we'll give you an idea here in a little bit what we get done. I've already got one strip across from over there to the field. Let's see what we get done in a little patch and bring you back. Well, all right, folks. There we have it. That block right there. Plus, I went that way a bit. Hour and 20 minutes. And I cut trees that were 6 inches round. I went over it also several times, so that would count in that time too. It's not, not everything's ground like, like a drum mulcher. But, you know what? If we're around the farm, gets things done. I did leave the spruce where I could. I try not to cut any of the spruce, let them grow up. I have no issue leaving them. Cuts down on the noise from the highway. I don't know how much of that side I'll go after, but up the other way. Let me just pause you and I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so from right here up to that top, the crest of that hill right there, and around there is where I gotta go. So that took an hour, so I'm probably about 2 days or longer. I'm not going to cut everything, only what I think it's capable of. I want to get all this crap gone. Right? There's lots of grass in there. My cows go in there in the fall and root around through there. So let's get the sunlight down to the grass. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but this year is going to be a big change. I cannot, for the life of me, find anything to rent in my area or surrounding area, which is, I can't, I'm at beyond max right now for what I can do here. So let me shut this thing off. I'm at beyond max. So by rights, I shouldn't have kept the yearlings, the 5 yearlings back. And my brother-in-law has lost, he only has 3 left over at his place. They do mostly goats. But the piece of grass and the bull that he usually had access to behind his place is no longer, because they only live on 12 acres. So, I've been asked to allow them to come here, where I don't have room. But we'll do what we got to do for family. If we run out of grass in August, then they'll have to go home. But I definitely have the bull capacity for them. But anyways, no, I just thought I'd get out here and try and make a dent in this. Boss lady's been asking when I might do some of it. So, there was some really I mean, some beautiful spruce that ran in this whole stretch. I don't know how that one's standing. I mean, big spruce. Big. So the fellow buncher, I think that's what you call it, processor was here that did my property in the areas I allotted. It had a 52 or a 54-inch blade, and it couldn't make its way through. It had to go around the tree twice sometimes. There was massive spruce here. And they were given strict instructions. Along this highway is a no-go zone. And that was given to everyone. I stood there with the whole damn crew. Skidder operators, the operator of the fellow buncher, and the foreman. My wife strictly wanted no trees removed from this side because it blocked all the noise from the highway. We couldn't hear the highway from our house. And us not living here full time at the time, we were both out of Fort McMurray. We come down, and yeah, I think that's the only spruce that was standing on this stretch, except for some that are behind me. Yeah, all gone. Yeah. And all you get out of them is, oops. What are you going to do about it now? Useless. I can tell you right now, they were the most useless SOBs I've ever hired. I've hired some shitty mulchers too, but the SOB guy, these logging guys, yeah. Yeah. Richard Roper, I think, owned it. If you ever run into his logging crew, tell them to hit the hills. Anyways, that's going to be it for the day on mulching. I'm going to go down and relax for a little bit and go from there. Been hunting around for some coyotes. They lit the woods up right next to my calving yard, and I barked back, but I couldn't see them. But I barked back enough that they stayed away. But no. Niece's boy will be home on Wednesday, old Zach boy, and he'll be giving her heart again, I'm sure. Anyways, folks, you have a beautiful, look at this. Look at this sky. I got to pause you for a minute. I got to see what temperature is. Just one sec. Okay, I just went and checked the temperature. Now we're talking. We're starting to get to my kind of weather. 17 degrees Celsius. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this stuff here can go pound sand. It's had its time. Now it's time to get this ground in my calving yard dried up a bit, and we'll go from there. Anyways, I'm sure I'll bring you back here sometime when I get out here and do some more mulching. And we'll go from there. Have a marvelous weekend. Enjoy it with family and friends. If you're having a cold one, have one for me. And we'll talk to you all later from S&C Livestock in the beautiful Clearwater County, Alberta. Take care, folks.